Look, I've turned myself into a potato. I'm a YouTuber. It's me, ya boy, hey kid, striking back at the man with another accountability video concerning this platform that's called YouTube. Guess what? There's another Terms of Service update. Google is now going to start monetizing small creators again. But this is capitalist America, so it comes with a catch. Because of course it does. Small creators don't get jack shit. Anyone not part of the YouTube partnership program whose content is monetizable under the general YouTube guidelines will have advertisements placed on their content, but the creator doesn't get a single cent of that money. Zero. Zilch. Nada. Nothing. Not a damn thing. From appearances, it's not even backlogged, so that once you get to that point, you at least get something for providing YouTube with advertisement space. Here is exactly what their Terms of Service says now. New section, right to monetize. You grant to YouTube the right to monetize your content on the service, and such monetization may include displaying ads on or within content or charging users a fee for access. This agreement does not entitle you to any payments. Starting November 18th, 2020, any payments you may be entitled to receive from YouTube under any other agreement between you and YouTube, including, for example, payments under the YouTube Partner Program, channel memberships, or Super Chat, will be treated as royalties. If required by law, Google will withhold taxes from such payments. This pisses me off. It pisses me off for a lot of reasons. Number one is the path YouTube took to get here. Slow and steady is how you boil the frog, after all. In 2012, YouTube decided to widen the YouTube Partnership Program to basically everyone that wanted to have adverts on their stuff. Big, small, whoever. Making small animated shorts, you can get money for that now. Making small content, you can get money for that now. Whatever. In 2016, however, YouTube tightened those restrictions. This may have been due to outside pressure from advertisers, but the cynic in me says that this was the plan all along. Anyways, they tightened the partnership program to only those who have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of yearly watch time. Those smaller animation folks were probably some of the hardest hit by this, just by the watch time. In 2019, they updated their Terms of Service to say that if your Google account is not financially viable, Google holds the right to terminate it completely. So what does this mean? It means that if you're a smaller creator, ads are going to be on your videos. Google will be profiting off of your content, whether you want them to or not. This may even affect bigger creators who are voluntarily not part of the YouTube Partnership Program. Maybe you take pride in being completely viewer-funded like Jim Sterling. All of his content will likely now have forced advertisements on it. Maybe you have decided that a video on a sensitive subject won't have advertisements on it, so you don't profit off of it. Guess what? Google will, but not you. But hey, maybe you've already seen the loophole. If you make your content advertiser unfriendly, well, they won't put ads on it. Cool, right? Well, that's where that 2019 Terms of Service update comes in clutch as fuck, dog. If you're not making Big Daddy Google any money from your content, and you're not providing those dollar bills y'all to YouTube, guess who's getting guttered? You are. All your hard work, gone. Emails, gone. Google Drive, fucking nattered, mate. I've seen people suggest watermarking videos with cuss words or with pictures of inappropriate silhouettes or partaking in any number of acts to make content unviable for advertisement. But if you do that, Google can just get rid of you. Make your channel disappear, because even though you may not be bending the rules hard enough to break the guidelines, you have made yourself financially unviable for them, resulting in your termination. Now, here's where the really skeezy shit comes in. Google and YouTube are the ones in charge of the algorithms, right? They're the ones who decide who gets seen and who they get seen by. Now, keeping smaller creators under those thresholds is financially important for them. If Google holds smaller creators under the subscriber count, Google keeps all the money. Google is now directly incentivized to keep small creators under the hard limits of YouTube Partnership Program, and they have all the tools to do it too. We all know by now that Google has initiated subscriber purges in the past. Hell, they have complete control of the numbers, and it's potentially possible for them to fudge the total watch hours. And, of course, at will, they can raise the bar for the YouTube Partnership Program. Who's going to audit them? You could potentially hit the 1K subscriber limit, go to apply for the program, and by the time you submit your claim, Google could have just booted you back down to $9.99 or even lower. Sure, you could leave. We could all leave. For my part, I'm planning on diversifying my portfolio and seeing what financial options are available for getting my content to other platforms. I may just wind up giving up on this creator thing entirely. Who knows? We are not employees. YouTube and Google making money off of the hard work of others and being incentivized to keep success out of their reach is immoral and frankly kind of evil. It's exactly the kind of capitalist bullshit that results in the suppression of fairness, artistic expression, and it's downright dystopian. Google wants to create digital slaves, peoples whose effort benefits Google, but not the person putting in the work to create it. But Hikib, you might say, Google is just trying to recoup losses from all the things people upload, but can't monetize. Google could use any number of methods to potentially recoup losses from users who don't want to monetize. They could eliminate the barriers to entry in the partnership program. They could charge an upload fee for server space. This method, however, results in more money for their pockets because they have a huge amount of content they can monetize and have zero risk to themselves, and it's monetized in perpetuity. So here's the only things that we as users can do. Number 1, use AdBlock if you disagree with these practices. Number 2, start looking elsewhere for user-made content. Number 3, if you don't want Google monetizing your content, your hard work, re-download it and delete it from YouTube. Number 4, organize a YouTube strike. Don't watch, don't upload until they either allow everyone to gain or don't monetize our hard work without giving us anything in return. Maybe, just maybe with enough of us, we can stand up to this giant. But without an organized effort, there's not much we can do. But I'll be trying to do my part. I'm going to be cutting down on my YouTube usage and maybe even eliminate it entirely, at least temporarily. No challenges today. Just use AdBlock, use other websites, download and delete your stuff, and organize YouTube strikes. This is the way. Oh, and also, thank you Scott Nicewander for talking about this on Twitter. I'm glad I caught this. Thank you.